What's going on, Sonar? First. Give that a little chance to load up there. Hold on. I may have to restart my YouTube real quick. And I gotta grab my charger from my phone too, of course. How's it going? Let me switch that over. That should be... I may have to refresh this. Give me 1 second here, bud. It's a little bit earlier today. Sometimes I have to reset things here. Doesn't always work out the way I'd like it to, but we didn't have any Wi-Fi issues yesterday. Let me just set this here. Okay, now it looks like it's going okay. What's up, Ren? Should be good to go, right? A little bit earlier today. You are gonna hear my family in the background. They were having dinner. I am not yet. It was a good day off so far. A little bit of a rough morning with the back and everything, but they called to approve, and well, they told me that they got the approval for my my injection again, so that's a good thing. So that's going to be Monday. So hopefully that'll alleviate a lot of the pain, and then there's only going to be 2 more of them after that. So as far as I know, and then the other update, I guess, is because of the anxiety medication that I'm on. I've been on the generic version of Xanax for the better half of 14 years. So they're finally after like months and months and like it's years at this point of like pleading with them, they're finally getting me off that, and I'm getting the approval for my my medical marijuana card, which I have like reservations about too, because I tend to be one that doesn't like to really put a ton of other stuff into my body, but if it's going to help for the pain, and the research is all there, and my state here, you know, just put the approval on it for not just chronic pain, but they added the mental health stipulation, which is fantastic. This is like within the last 4 to 6 months. It's a wonderful thing. Hey, Rooster. Yeah, it was brought up when I had my eval, because when I told her like what the like they ask you like what type of medications you're on and stuff like that, and you have to divulge everything and be honest. And when I told her how long I'd been on it for, her jaw just dropped, and she's like, yeah, she's like, the long-term side effects of that particular medication is awful for anybody. While it does certain things well and controls certain things, the long-term use of it is just ridiculous. So yeah, I could, but this is, you know, going through like legal channels to do it. Some of the creams, I mean, they're okay. I have friends that use them, but they say it's not the same as getting your card and having the license for it. So we're gonna try this, and I think with everything in conjunction, then by the time the injections are done with, it's gonna be like a little bit of rehab. Basically, that stuff's gonna come out of my pocket every week. It's almost like doing physical therapy again. So yeah, I'll pony up the $40 3 times a week, but that's my copay. Anyway, downside, or no downside, not what was I saying? The game. This is gonna be the second to third last stream like this that I'm gonna be doing with this character. Everything's basically done. It was more of a test of the last 2, making sure the face gen data for the Rangers followers was good, which it is. The actual story will not include Inigo and Lucian. They were never part of the initial storyline to begin with. I threw them in there because I wanted to have a mix of vanilla style followers with the created Rangers followers that I made myself, with obviously the two best, it's almost not even arguably the two best, they are the two best standalone follower mods with quests, Inigo and Lucian. But those two will not be part of my story. Yeah, Ren, the SSRI, this is going back to the medical thing here. So 14 years ago, they started me on anti-anxiety medications, which is different than the benzos that I've been on. And I basically, at that point, the research and everything was good, but it's not what it was today, and those medications have been improved. However, like, my body's chemistry does not accept them well. Basically, think of when you get a fever and like the hot flashes and the cold chills. That's what those would do to me, and they would actually raise my anxiety more. Whereas they're supposed to control it, they kind of went a step above that and exacerbated it. So I couldn't be on any of them. And yeah, it absolutely is. Pharma's killing. That's exactly what they're doing. The doctors are getting kickbacks from it to try and push it. And like what my own family doctor was telling me, oh no, because of you getting the panic attacks, you're going to have to be on this the rest of your life. It's like, well, I could, because I take it safely and I don't abuse it, but nobody should have to be on something like that the rest of their life. There are alternative methods, and this is my step in taking an alternative method. So where are we here? We're doing the Briarheart quest for Neleth. So we came back to the mainland. We came back to Skyrim. We are still waiting for a message from Rallis, right? Gardener of Men basically is going to advance the main quest. We have found 3 of the 7 black books that will also come in time. I want to get this one done because this quest with Neloth in general is very, very interesting. Ildari is quite a unique individual, being Neloth's former apprentice, whom he apparently did experiments on. Hey, William. How are you? Hey, first time here. Popping your cherry. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. So, yeah, like I was saying, there's the main story. This isn't the main story. This was all testing. So for everybody who's joined this entire thing, I really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. Overwhelming, to be quite honest. The story itself is going to be massive. It's going to be drawn out. With this here, what I was doing with this was I was almost streaming every day, or at least every other day, or I'd go like 3 days in a row, take 1 day off, 3 more days in a row. His Athralor's actual story, I'm going to limit it to 2 times a week, and the time limit will probably be an average of 2 hours, with the break at the 1 hour mark or something along the lines of that for like 10-15 minutes. Any more than that with the actual story itself, I feel will kind of dilute it, which I kind of felt like it was already doing with this testing. But I mean, a lot of this is on my end testing. Now, a couple things that may change: my graphics will be the same, my setup will be the same. However, I've come to realize that Ordinator itself, by the time you're in like level 28, it almost doesn't matter how you set any character up, you are already a god. I have 10 remaining perks. This character was done around level 21 with what he has. I didn't even have to spec in alteration. I only took it to get the resistances, right? So fire and shock. I took it for Spellblade. You deal 20% more attack damage for 4 seconds, right? And I'll probably take self-attributes and I'll buff my health by 50. Right? That's at 5 levels, and I probably won't even take that. right? So this whole skill tree was not even needed. I could have saved 3 perks right there. I would have been at 13 total. Enchanting and smithing, I'm still not going to take because of honed metal. Hey, Wind. Hey, KB. Other things that I will be doing, obviously one-handed, he's still going to be Spellblade. So, one-handed, light armor hit, oh, it hit 90. Oh, hold on. Maybe there's a perk here. Hold on. Maybe there's 2 perks here. Glancing blows, let's take a look. 30% less damage from blocked attacks. So I don't block attacks, but it does unlock Tempting Fate. My movement speed's already insane, so I don't need this. That would be handy. Or I take, wait, hold on, let me reread this. I take 30% less damage from blocked attacks while War Dancer is active. It also deals 30, alright, so I'm not going to take that. What was the other one? It was over here, Lightning Strike. Ooh, hold on. Your critical strikes deal 75% more. Oh, see, like, I wear all light armor. I have the Keen Senses perk, so I don't need the headgear. I already act as that. And if I don't take Keen Senses, I have Toggle Helmet. So while I could do that, he's already basically a god. Sneak Spin at 100, I have no reason to really take anything else. Let me see, Cloak and Dagger. Breaking Invisibility, don't need it. Laughing Ghost, I'm not really a fan of the extra powers. I love Ordinator. I'm still debating on if I'm even going to use it, right? Speechcraft only for his shouts. He does shout a little bit. So Master, I took, this for the intimidation plus being a vampire. He already gets an intimidation boost. The selling of items is great, but as you guys that have been following have seen, money is not really an issue, and I've actually been forced to just dump a bunch of stuff into safe storage chests, pack the dragon bones and scales into my followers. I have an overabundance of soul gems that I've been using basically just to charge my weapons. So that's all I would do in speech. He was supposed to be reliant on alchemy. I didn't even use the saved paralysis potions that I pick up or find. I've never really even created any alchemy. Like it got up to 29. Yeah, I've made some, but illusion only for the quiet stuff mainly, and ghost walk and ooh wow, ghost walk and muffle, and obviously dual cast. So 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 if I decide to take it for the shouts. That would be, I think, what, 70? Yeah, so 3 more levels for that. Okay. Conjuration is another skill that he probably isn't even going to spec into, but I did because it was something to buff off my death guards. So that's another 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would have been 13. So that would have been 17 perks that I would have had left over, right? 17 perks. Destructions is what it is. 2 here in dual casting. That is all you need. All the destruction spells are coming right from the Better Vampires mod. Yeah, it is an early stream. Yep, early today. Just because I feel bad. Runs across the pond, and most of my streams tend to start a little bit later. And I know when I do start the actual stories are going to probably start around 6:30 p.m. my time. So that would be like 11:30 over like in the United Kingdom. Probably 12:30 if it's a little bit later. If you're a little more in, like the Eastern Europe area. That's about all. He doesn't do any restoration. The only way he heals himself through Better Vampires is blood potions. Healing magic does not affect me. Food and drink does not affect me. Regular health, magic, and stamina potions, as well as any other potion, does not affect him. So you can see how all these perks level up. There are just way too many in Ordinator. And He's been on he's been on legendary since level 18. I've killed 2 legendary dragons already. The first one got me the first time, but we have Durnavir. He's my go-to. Where is he? Summon. Durnavir was the first dragon he met. Durnavir, he had reservations about him at first. Durnavir taught him the Soul Tear Shout, which he finds incredibly useful. Bend Will, we have 2. We're about to get the 3rd once we get back to Solstheim. Unrelenting Force, I've only used it maybe 3 times. Not something heavy. These are the 2 main ones, Summon Durnavir and Soul Tear. And we have to use Bend Will, obviously. I don't have any plans to use Dragon Aspect. He doesn't need it. Even when I go to fight Mirak, Mirak's going to use this. I could probably take Mirak down in about 6 seconds. I know he absorbs the Dragon Souls of the other dragons there and regens his health, but he's really has no chance with me, even on Legendary. I know he's powerful. He's like, what, 1.5 times my level, so... Still, and then if I use something like Drain Vitality, I can unlock this. But, again, it's overkill. It's really overkill this time. So what I'm thinking of doing is going down my list. I may completely get rid of Ordinator and go back to Percus Maximus. So... But then I have to set up the Patcher. The Patcher has been nothing but problems for me to set up. I did it once, and the reason it worked for me that time was I wasn't running Legacy of the Dragonborn. Now Legacy adds in a lot of things that I actually like in this game. Specifically, it's got the book covers mod with it. So all of the like the fancy notes, not the journals, but like all the added books, Arcadia, well this one's from Undeath, Arcade the Enemy. The journals, Banker's Bet, like black books, let me see here. I got out of the black book section. See the book, like the covers, you know? I like nice book covers. You know? And even the notes, like, let me see here. Declaration of War, right? So, let's see if I can back that out real quick. You could see the border and everything too, the imperial symbols, blah blah blah. Basic notes don't have that, so I would just probably go back to the base book covers mod. I may take Legacy out. I don't foresee him doing any Nordic excavations or excavations in general. I don't think he would become the head of the guild there. But you never know. But the Patcher was hard. I mean, it was easy to run the first time because I was running a lesser setup. I kept getting missing master messages. And if you've run Percus Maximus or the previous mod by Tendo, Skyrim Redone or Skyri, those of you who have run it know how to run the Patcher. I know how to run the Patcher, but it was saying I was having missing masters, and since I manually add all of my mods one by one and hand place them, I know exactly where everything is and where everything's supposed to be. So to see those missing masters was just completely frustrating, to the point where it would only run once I started removing necessary mods. Enhanced blood textures had an issue, even though it was placed properly. I can't play without enhanced blood textures. This character is a vampire. What is it? Immersive Sounds Compendium. Right? Even with its patches, it was saying it had missing masters, even though it was placed properly. I know this because I did it myself. I hand placed it where it was supposed to go. And then it was saying it was a master to something else, and it was above the mod that it was a master to. And under the mod, that was a master to it. So either I'm doing something wrong running the Patcher this time around, or I'm not. And there's just something about the Patcher. But the problem is, when you run Percus Maximus, you need the Patcher because it adjusts your armor and weapon values. So whereas something like Geralt's armor here is 134 exquisite, it might be 134 without being smithed. Same thing with the weapons. Oriel's bow, so this one's not smithed, its damage is 26, but this bow might be like 44. unsmith. Same thing. It adjusts the values for everything. Plus, it gives you the perk overhaul. Plus, it delevels most of the spawn points, which would also coincide with TPOS2, which also delevels certain things, makes the game harder. I wouldn't have to have bumped up to Legendary as early as I did. I'd be able to play on Master like I normally do, probably the whole game, and then like at level 60 if it gets easy, yeah, I'll bump it up to Legendary. Or, I mean, if I really want to, you know, give myself a challenge, I'll just start on Legendary. But I'm thinking of switching that up. And then obviously you can see my carry weight and all my inventory items. So this is me cutting down. I'm down to 424. My carry weight's 700. I have so much stuff, and this is all coming from Legacy. All the added gems, the stuff like the Black Pearl, and I have way too many soul gems. All the cards, right? I still haven't done the card quest. This is really for a thief, relic hunter type character. I haven't even done this yet. So these are just, you know, not that they're taking up weight, but they're taking up slots. Like you could see me scrolling down the side, right? The coins, all the added gems. Look at all my soul. I have 30 filled grand soul gems from running Okado Societal and Soul Cloak. I don't think I need any more. I think the black ones are... I probably have like 10 filled black soul gems. The rest of them I just don't care about. 27 greater. This weight adds up, you know. 32 lesser. And they're not even filled properly, you know what I mean? I don't have anything doing that. But stuff like this, the paintings, the phylactery, the pure, this is all from Undeath. Undeath is going to be removed. I was contemplating having him transform from a vampire to a lich. I did one stream where I did this, but he loses his vampiric abilities, and you have to have Serana rebite you and reinfect you. To me, it didn't make sense. So, I think we're going to leave Undeath out. Shroud of Vingold, and that's, you know, see, carry weight of 3. Stuff like that. Tortured Daedra Soul, I'm assuming this is also from Legacy. So Legacy is one of the main issues with it. You didn't fight Mirak, William? Or he's a pretty formidable I'll tell you though, the hardest battle I've had since this game came out in 2011, I had one play with my Necromancer who was a god to everybody else, but fighting Harkin, who's immune to poison and disease spells, and the fact that like I dumped literally every single perk into magic, he's tough. Like, I took down Karstag in probably 8 seconds on Legendary on my PC with all like the same difficulty mods on, right? Karstag dropped. I mean, it was less than a 10-second fight. I didn't have any followers with me at all. It was just me and him. He got Blizzard off. My character's a lich. He's pretty much immune to frost magic. And then when I had my death guards up, each death guard gives me 100 health. So, yeah, 8 seconds. Maybe 10. I'm stroking my own ego with that one, but it was under 10 seconds. But Harkin was a good 30-minute battle. And I was a lower level than when I fought Karstag. Yeah, I'm a hoarder. I've been trying to dump this off. I don't have rich merchants installed. I don't have anything like that. I probably should have. I just didn't, but I can adjust them with trade and barter, which I didn't do. I don't feel you should have to run those two mods together, but I really should adjust trade and barter so that the merchants do have a little bit more to buy my stuff from. And I try not to pick anything up. I've just been picking up like gems and coins, and probably like if I go to lockpicks, like I have 200 lockpicks, and this is giving Inigo still has like 60 of them. So they're the only things I've been picking up. I just kept the blood wines from Cold Haven, right? because these actually work on vampires. Skooma and Redwater Skooma, just because I like the redesign bottles. I think they look pretty cool. The fresh meat obviously is from what's his name's quest, Barbas. Firebrand, we found this somewhere, and Fine Bloodwine, this is from Coldhaven. Other than that, everything else, this is all Coldhaven, vintage Bloodwine. The bread, you know, if you're a vampire, you find this in Coldhaven. They're the only things I've got. I got rid of all of my well, this is from Undeath, right? And then these ultimate ones. So I use blood potions, the stale or the regular ones. So the stale ones only do 50 points of health, 25 points of magic and stamina. If you fight a stronger enemy, they give you regular blood potions. So, and just to see his stats once again, you could see my magic and health, and I actually did invest a ton into stamina. But look at this. He has no enchantments on any of his gear except for muffle boots. That's literally it. His Geralt stuff. The amulet has nothing. The armor has nothing. The boots have just muffle. Gloves have nothing. Gold earrings have nothing. Then the bandoliers for carry weight. The pouches. And my cloak has 20% resist magic. His circlet has destruction spell enchantments, 19%. So that's pretty much it. And then a couple weapons that I use. Harkin Sword is one major one. That enchantment is actually so weak right now. We have Glover Mallory honing and crafting a ornate Alakir scimitar, not sort of a scimitar, kind of, and my Sorrow Katana, which is poison over. So that's 171 points of damage per strike for any type of humanoid characters because they can take poison damage. That's actually a pretty good one. Other stuff that I just picked these up. These are just going to get sold. You know what I mean? I don't need these. The bolts I don't need. The Sithis Razor and the Seeker Knife, I picked them up just because they look neat. All the other stuff's got to go. So, we're looking for Briarheart, which I believe is in here. And then, of course, we have the Rangers with us. So, for those of you who haven't met them, Ezelyn. She is our undead, vigilant style, semi-paladin-esque type character. We've got Braven in the background, the rogue. Archer and rogue. We've got Demi in the background. She is our mage. Dunmer, but she's got awesome war paint, which I'm very proud of. Getting all the war paint colors looking proper, getting the right setup and everything, that actually took me quite a while to do. And Master Nesbitt, the 5th Greybeard. He surpasses Arngir in level. I made him that way because Arngir doesn't deserve it. And he does. He will be 1 level higher than Arngir. And I searched an empty chest. Okay. So, did we get the Briarheart? I think we did. Yeah, examine. Yeah, we killed the Briarheart. And we were leaving here. Yeah, there was nothing else in here. Okay. This was yesterday. Back in Skyrim. Yeah, Skyrim does make quarters. Absolutely. Ebony Warrior's easier. I mean, he's just as easy as Karstag. It's just a little drawn out because he can regen his health pretty quickly. But marked for death and he's done for. I think we got rid of everybody out here too. And they'll all make their way out the door. They take forever to do this. I want to get out of the rain. What else do we have to do? Let me go to my journal real quick. Is there anything... Meet Delphine in Riverwood, huh? Nothing really for miscellaneous. I mean, locating the East Empire pendants. We got a bunch of them. I don't need the money. So Muse wanted me to take a couple pictures up by Winterhold, which I'm gonna do that now, real quick. Let me go to Catless Farm here. Fast travel. Oh, that's another thing I won't be doing. I will not be doing any fast travel when the story starts at all. No fast travel whatsoever. So obviously it's gonna be out over a longer period of time. I'll limit it to 2 episodes a week, probably on my days off. And let's see if I get attacked by where's Catless? Right here. Okay. Carriage is up this way. Great City Solitude. I am using the Great Cities mods, except for Winterhold. And a lot of these are standalone, or stand-ins for, until, I know Nesbitt's going to release, Morthal's the next one. And I think he actually showed some teaser pictures today in Discord.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Which were, they were supposed to be Patreon only, which is why I wasn't able to say anything about it. And then he comes into the chat earlier today and he's like, by the way, here's some teasers. Don't tell my patrons. And I'm like, so I've been quiet this entire time. But he gets to do what he wants, so. I'm still not going to share what I've seen. What you guys have seen, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let him do his thing. Let's go to daytime here. It's 3:09 a.m. Okay, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go to 6 a.m. Sunlight. Now, what Muse was asking me about is there is this road here on the way into Winterhold, and it reminds me of a back road here where I live that has the trees overhanging, but it's on both sides. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we got. Watch how quickly they'll annihilate them. Like, it's almost laughable at this point. I don't even have to do anything really. There's Frecky. Thank you. Frecky's a follower dog. I don't have him joining us, but, you know, I don't even need the lockpicks. I'll take the arrow back for Braven. He's dropping arrows all over the place. See if this aggro's the town. Yeah, he got a good shot in there. Let's extract some blood. I can also feed on other vampires at this point. Being a Night Lord, he's the highest rank. Take the septums. He's the highest rank vampire. So he can feed on other vampires. I don't have any daylight penalties, anything like that. This part right here, with Winterhold restored, right? So Matthew's 3D trees. This is very similar to a back road near my house. So Muse wanted some pictures. I'm going to oblige her. So when she sees this later, see how now you see the 2 trees on each side? This is very much how it is up here by me in the wintertime. Except the roads are somewhat paved. Not much more than this, but you know. It is quite beautiful. Hey. Yeah, like you can see that. Like look at that. He can't even... He'll get a swipe in on me, but then once he goes for a power attack, that's it. He's done for. My supernatural reflexes kick in, and I mean, seriously, what can they do? Hey, level 78's no joke. Wait, that takes a lot. That's a solid character. If you got to 78 on a play, kudos to you for sticking with that character that long. Highest I've ever attained was Gorion, my necromancer, and he was 100 and something. But he was like a 1.5 year long play. Let's see if I can get up here. Just to see. Oh yeah. Winterhold restored. I know you kind of can't see it from this angle. Let's get to the edge here. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful overhaul. Obviously, it's got the TPOS2 patch. But man, that's something to see. You know, the ramparts up top, and then obviously the longhouse has been extended. The added farmhouses in the center. You obviously have all your crafting stuff. I mean, it's so much more of a proper town. Let's see.
You keep your distance with that magic.
And then, what else is here? Oh, we were gonna go. Let me know what. We're gonna do this. Where's the Temple of Junal? It should be here. So I can get a blessing here for Absorb Magicka, which I think I'm gonna take. You're gonna have to? Yeah. That's about as long as it took for me too. So there's Junal. Spell absorption, yeah, 20%. And I don't have to worship. Quite a nice passive, I'd say. And then you'll see some added TPOS2 content down there. Obviously up here, where is it? So Septimus's outpost is up there. Frostful Fishery, Frostwind Docks, the Temple, Pillar of Stormcall from Thunderchild, Winterhold Ruins. These are along the bottom here, actually. That's where the trigger is for it. And then Bolam Farnhouse. There's all a bunch of stuff. If you scroll in on the map, you can usually see the TPOS edits. Why do I have my custom destination here? Did I have it there for a reason? I don't remember. Shrine of Azure, that was a quest I was going to do too, and I just never got around to it. There's a lot of stuff I never really got around to doing yet. Like I said, it was mostly testing. Raven's Rest, which is right outside Sulclanir's burial mound. His mound is like right here. This is where you go to fight him with Delphine when you go up from Kynes Grove. So that's added in. That's a really nice dungeon. The Necro Camp. Where is it? Altar to Manny Marco. I did take that blessing when I was doing the Lich, the ending of the Lich quest for Undeath. It's decent, but you know. I think it was the other one, Ambrosia Cave. Yeah, that one was tough. That was tough. They're all high-level vampires. And even just a basic one-handed life drain, I mean, they're taking you out. Coldhaven, this is where our start's going to be. He's going to be a citizen of Coldhaven. He'll start as a vampire here with alternate start and the Coldhaven alternate start patch. I mean, we've unlocked a fair amount on the map. Morthal's the next one. It's going to be a good overhaul. It's going to be a good overhaul. I want to see... Where are we going? We're going back to the college here. Okay. So, what am I running? Immersive College of Winterhold? iCal? Yeah. Should be. Let's see some of the architecture here. Usually a dragon spawns and attacks here, but we'll see if he actually does. I don't think so. This is Neria. Nah, you know what? You can hear my niece in the background. Okay. Yeah, Bellathor's sister. She'll be in it. I'll have her for the story. She will be in Bellathor's shop. She'll be sitting on the bench. We're probably wandering around his shop. I'll give her a small sandbox radius. Alright, so we are going to talk to Nelith. This is what we're going to do. And I apparently don't have a sword hotkeyed. We'll do Harken's sword. Because this one looks nice. Right? I think it looks nice. I did look at the ornate Alakir scimitar, and while it does look okay, it just doesn't fit him. I'm going to use it as a third weapon. We've already done this. The hunters are going to appear. They're going to fight the Netch. Just beat them to it. This should probably take him down. Yeah, look how fast. This is on Legendary. Do you see that? See how ridiculous that is? I mean...
The beast was strong.
Yeah, I was stronger. Man, the Reavers didn't respawn. Alright, we're good. I'm using Mod Organizer 2. Thank you, William. Right now I have close to 400 and 172 plugins. It's somewhere around that area. The plugins will be less because of, you know, I'll be taking out Inigo and Lucians, and then I may alter that. I may add something that has that's not a texture. But we're running Ominous CMB with Obsidian Weathers. Obsidian I just left alone. Didn't touch it. Going for that dark feel. Proper for a vampire, right? Stay with me? You guys all coming? Does she have a face mask on? That's awesome. Yeah, first time I've seen her with one. They all have them. That looks ridiculous with your beard. Oh, yeah. Really? Right. Extract some blood. Blackbird. Oh, we do need one of these. I don't have any use for any of this. Nor do I have the space for it. The reserve bottles look pretty cool though. Let's see if that lurker's over here. I don't know if we fought him yet. I think we did. Usually spawns somewhere around here. No, but some netches. Really? Can't hit them? Hit them. Yeah, there we go. Now you guys get them. Go ahead. Come on. I'll have to use my that's my Vampire Lord, by the way. Once you become a Night Lord, you get this as a ability. Look how powerful that is. This is on Legendary. It's ridiculous. It's too powerful. Like freaking Spider-Man. Yeah, they stood a chance. Did we get this one? I think we did. We'll feed. wind. I did not add any textures to Raven Rock. I do have a texture pack or two that I'm going to add in. I know, Rooster, I'm sorry. Don't kick my ass. Didn't get a chance to add them. I did get that from the chest, okay. But I will add them in. Yeah, let's get up here. Skyrim logic, right? Really? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, did my game freeze? This will be the official first glitch of 46 levels, if it did. Yeah, it did. Well, no. Check Streamlabs if I can. I can't do anything. I'm frozen up completely. Can I hit the task manager? Pull that up. Nope. Frozen. Gotta reboot, I think. I wonder if that is from all the fast traveling I was doing. My rig can more than handle it. I mean, that's not an issue there. I don't have any other conflicts. Yeah, I can't even exit out of this. So,